We have told you about the mysterious illness striking seemingly healthy dogs across the U.S. Now, doctors may have found some critical clues. Here's Priscilla Thompson.
This is Maple.
7-month-old Australian Shepherd Maple was a happy, healthy puppy until her owner, Adriana, noticed a cough.
She's coughing pretty much every other minute.
As Maple's cough grew even worse, Adriana panicked and rushed to the vet.
I was really scared.
Maple was sent home with antibiotics. The vet told Adriana the symptoms were likely caused by the mysterious respiratory illness plaguing dogs across the country.
I would say that there's probably more that we don't know than what we know, which is frustrating.
At Texas A&M College of Veterinary Medicine, Dr. Kate Aicher began studying the illness after seeing a rash of cases in the spring, including her own puppy.
What should dog owners be looking out for?
Something like discharge with the eye, a soft cough, like actually just what he just did.
An online database shows dog owners are now reporting suspected cases in 37 states, with at least a dozen deaths. The cause of the surge in cases, experts say, could include a new pathogen, low vaccination rates, or lower immunity levels after pandemic isolation. Dr. Aicher found one bacteria alone present in 75% of the severely ill dogs she tested, and in reviewing x-rays, noticed a pattern.
Are the patterns that we're seeing here important?
They're really important. A lot of the pattern or sort of the brightness that we would see wasn't in the spot where we would normally see it. It was occurring further back in the chest.
Understanding the pattern, she says, could be key for vets to know what medication to prescribe. Treatment dog lovers may need to help their best friends. Priscilla Thompson, NBC News, College Station, Texas.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.